Hey guys, and welcome back. We're playing Horror Romance Day 2. Just so you know, this is itch.io game, so make sure to go check out the official release. I'm excited to keep playing. Heads up though, I'm pretty sure this is 18 plus game. Could be wrong, but it feels like it, so. Do that music though. Okay. 47? Yeah. I wake up even more tired than yesterday. After the nightmare, sleeping had become a challenge, and the anxiety turned sleeping to a whole effort. The sun was peeking through the horizon, but I didn't want to drag out of bed anymore. It wasn't doing anything for me either way. I get up to walk down into my little kitchen. I leave the coffee machine to do its thing while I make breakfast. I'm already messing up. Oh my god, my name is Myriad Roses. I play video games. What? I need some sort of sound that dragged me away from my own. Dude, this music's lit. Okay. I needed some sort of sound that dragged me away from my own thoughts for a while, so I take the remote and turn the TV on. Following the investigation into the growing drug trafficking in Amityville, the mayor announced that he is doing everything possible to locate and dismantle the drug trafficking ring. At least I know where to look for a job if the cafe doesn't work out. I change the channel. The news are not the best way to calm anxiety. I zap between channels until I find a criminology series. Maybe not the best moment to watch something like this, but it manages to calm me down. Going back to breakfast, I start making some eggs with bacon and toast. After the toast is done, I pour a cup of coffee and sit down to eat, distracting myself thinking about what needs to be organized for the cafe today. When I'm done eating, I take a shower and dress myself, grooming my hair properly for the day. When I'm ready, the sun's already out, and it's just the time to go to work. As I get out of my house, I have to thank the guy upstairs for giving me a casual encounter with someone that's not Mr. Torrance. Ah, I do like the strong silent types. They're my favorite. I managed to see my strange and enigmatic neighbor watering the plants in the building. He turns to look at me, and I can see his penetrating gaze under the darkness of his mask. Oh, good morning, Michael, right? He doesn't say anything. He just looks at me and goes back to what he was doing. But he doesn't take his eyes off me, as far as I can tell, because he's wearing a mask. Have a good day. I took refuge in simple cordiality and headed down the street, noticing that he nodded to me as I passed by. I walked around the city, going to the supermarket before going to the cafe for last-minute supplies. It doesn't take me long, so I head to the cafe, which luckily for me is near the supermarket. When I arrive, Carrie is at the door waiting. Remind me to give you a punctuality bonus. Punctuality. You don't have to worry about that. The pay is enough for me. I chuckle as I head to open the door and enter the cafe to finally start today's shift. I'm heading to the warehouse to get everything ready. Clear the tables while I take care of the coffee. Right away. I take out some bags of coffee and put them in a basket, along with spices and milk. I go to the counter to turn on the coffee makers and the blender. I notice that everything is ready, and before I knew it, Carrie had already finished with the tables. Already? Shit, you're more agile and faster than you look. It's one thing I'm good at. By the way, you've got more dark circles under your eyes. Did you sleep well? To be honest, I haven't slept well for years, but I'm still functional. That's what matters. I know what that's like. But I've learned ways to sleep well despite everything. I'll tell you whenever you want. I answer her goodwill with a smile. Carrie feels like a breath of fresh air in my life. So sweet and genuine. Okay, you can tell me when you're closing. We're all set up for now. Put up the sign so customers can come in. Carrie is going to open the cafe and take care of everything behind the counter. Soon, some customers come for their coffee. I start to focus on the simple tasks. Prepare, mix, heat, serve. It repeats in my head like a mantra that relaxes me for a while until a small figure surprises me. Today I came right on time. This again. That's something, I guess. Welcome. What would you like? Same as yesterday. And quick, darling. I let out a sigh and went to make the coffee like he asked for yesterday. A caramel macchiato. I grimaced as the amount of sugar in it and just decided... Return. And, just decided to hand him his drink without saying anything else. When I play dating sims or like novels in general, I always accidentally hit the wrong, like I'm on the mouse, and I hit the wrong one. I can show you, but my mouse is kind of gross. Like, not gross, but gross. I need to wash it, clean it. I don't know, my grubby little hands. And everyone's gonna be like, ew, my mouse is spotless. Well, whatever. I eat while I play games. My keyboard's spotless. It's just my mouse for some reason. Probably because I play a lot of League. I'm gross. I'm a gross League player. Drink for Charlie? It's Chucky. Who the fuck's called Chucky? Who the fuck's called Rose? He almost snatched the glass from my hand, but he didn't reach it. I controlled myself from laughing and handed him the glass. He just took it, irritated. However, when he took a sip, all the annoyance seemed to leave his face. My favorite. You prepared it very well. You will make me come here more often. Tipping his hand in cash on flirtatious attempts. You're a loss. I watched the short stack. That's so intense. Drink his coffee and sit down in the armchairs at the back. I sigh and watch Carrie walk past him, confused. She is so baffled that she ends up approaching me again. Why is there a good guy doll drinking coffee? What now? Good guy. Very popular in the 90s. They recently released a new line. More technological and bigger. You know, modernized. I hadn't noticed till Carrie mentioned it. He was a fucking doll. Indeed. I noticed his hands. He's so inconspicuous because he's well made, but he has small, youthful proportions. I was already wondering how he was holding the cup with both hands. You know what? At this point, I don't want to know anything. Just ignore it. Okay. I chose to ignore the doll. Maybe it's just someone playing with it, or it's a really well-made costume. Something silly like that. I don't need to focus on that right now. I focus on work. I get an order for almond milk. But I quickly notice that it's already gone. I need to go find more in the warehouse. I don't think about it much, and after making sure Carrie is taking care of the rest of the customers, I head to the back. I go to the shelf to get the milk among the products. I try to stretch to reach up, but someone else grabs it? I'm scared to death when I see a hand with sharp claws holding milk and offering it. Looking down, I see a horribly burned face, but with very striking features. Ah! I jump back in fright, noticing the figure in front of me. Who are you? This place is for employees only. Oh, so now you're scared. Hey, did you hear me, sir? Back off or I'll call the police. I'd love to see you try that. I see him examining the milk. Rose, right? You don't seem like anything special. So, why couldn't I kill you? What? Yeah, last night in the fucking dream. You weren't scared at all. You even kicked me out of your nightmare. I process everything he tells me, but it just seems impossible. My dream? Was this guy from the dream? Well, he had a similar silhouette. However, it didn't make sense. Yep, definitely went nuts now. I end up grabbing the carton of milk from his hand and walking back to the door. I just go, boop. If I ignore him, he'll go away. It's just an illusion. I'm hallucinating again, that's all. I go out of the bar and focus on making coffee. I keep repeating the same thing to myself over and over again. It's a hallucination. First the doll, and now him. It's a strange day, and it's not even noon. Some manners you have. Weren't you taught not to leave others talking to themselves? Oh, shit. I jumped in fright and almost spilled the coffee, but I save it, finish preparing it, control the shaking of my hands due to the small anxiety attack that grips my breathing. Order ready. You can't ignore me forever, you know, right? I can literally haunt your dreams. Wouldn't be the first one, I assure you. He doesn't seem to be taking it any better. He opens his mouth to answer me, but the customer who comes in for his drink is the one who speaks to him. Can they see him too? Wow, your makeup is great. It looks so realistic. It's a great cosplay. Yeah, whatever. Get lost, moron. He looks like one of them from The Legend. The one about the dream guy. Dream guy. Customers leave, chatting intrigued by the man in front of them. If they can see him, he's not a figment of my imagination. Is he real, then? I should stop ignoring him. Who are you? Freddy Krueger, known for the nightmares, the dream guy. But let's just say it didn't turn out too well. So you're like a dream? What is this, some kind of dream guy? Okay, sorry. A sleep paralysis demon? Something like that. I've explained it too many times already, and it's annoying. Stick with that explanation. Shit, this city can't be any weirder. If you want to kill me, why don't you do it now? First off, it's not just like that. This is art, you little shit. My art. Second, I don't have that much time, strength, and freedom in the earthly world, so I can't. But that's where the issue comes in. You were my victim last night, and I couldn't kill you. Why? What do I know? You're the expert. Dare I say, the dream expert, the guy who does dreams. I should save, actually. I complained as I was returning to work while serving another order. I see some girls admiring Freddy's makeup. Wow, your appearance is brutal. I didn't know this cafe was horror-themed. I listen to them chatter and I roll my eyes. These days, young people want to fuck everything. Monster fucker. I continue to ignore Freddy and focus on serving the meals, but I notice more orders starting to come in. More and more, everyone talks to and about Freddy. He started to continue with the lie of the costume, explaining how he did it. What a showman he is. I notice more people joining in to listen to him, but a group also sits down with Chucky. Apparently, he only jokes with insults and people laugh, amused. Do people like this? Well, the adrenaline is a good draw. Maybe I could talk to them and... No. I'll have to be out of my mind to have those two working for me. A pseudo-dream demon and whatever the fuck Chucky is. It's crazy. Just when I'm about to give up on my idea, the plastic princess walks into my cafe. You better make my coffee right today and without any complaints. If you don't like it, you can always go to another coffee shop. Honey, with my influence and money, you should pray for me to become a regular. Otherwise, you would never be able to. What an ugly creep. Just as ugly as you. But your ugliness comes from inside, Blondie. Excuse me? Do you know who I am, you medium rare beef? Don't know all the whores in town, just the older ones. Maybe I know your mother. You did not just say that. And you. She points at me with her index finger wrapped in a nylon glove. If you don't kick this old creep out, I swear I'll never set foot in here again. She turns around and clicks her huge heels against the floor as she walks away. Maybe having those two here is the perfect solution to all my problems. What a nightmare it must be to live in your skin. You put up with people like that on a daily basis. I make a coffee quickly and quietly to serve it to Freddy. Look, I don't really have an answer to the question you asked me earlier. I'm just trying to make a living, but maybe we can figure it out together. You want us to find out how I can kill you? It goes deeper than that. Just sit back and wait for me to free up. I'll explain. Freddy grabbed the coffee cup and tried it, gave it a thumbs up. What a nerd. And decided to go sit down. I'll give you a chance, but only because you make an excellent coffee. I let him go and got to work. The orders kept coming. Even Carrie had to help me. Chucky and Freddy didn't leave. They seemed pleased with the attention and scaring a few people. I took charge of collecting the money and making sure the coffee kept coming to the customers. By the time I realized it, it was already time to close. There was a nice twilight on the horizon. Did you see me spit? I felt it. I'm just a little weirdo. What can I say? I closed the doors and took 2 pastries. I'm just not like other girls. I'm worse. Serving them both. Sorry. I've had a lot of caffeine today. I've seen if I drink, okay, so I have ADHD, but when I drink coffee, it makes me talk faster, but I'm not like hyper. I'm just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's so stupid. I'm so sorry. But if I don't have any caffeine, I'm too tired to record. It's so dumb. Just warning you, if they're poisoned, you're adding more to flavor. Rat poison doesn't work on me. No, nothing like that. You brought customers in. It's a thank you gift. Oh, then I'll accept. I never said no to a free candy. Then he pulls the cake in his mouth, savoring it. At least I know he likes my baking. I've been checking out how you've been around today and the attention you've been drawn to the cafe. Actually, I have a proposition for you. They both fixed their attention on me. I'm offering you 2 a job. Oh, look at that. That's cute. We're taking a screenshot. Screenshot. No? No screenshot. They both started laughing out loud. I sighed, rolling my eyes, but let them finish without moving from there. No? My game said no. You want us to work for a salary in your mediocre cafe? Oh, please, sweetheart. That's the stupidest thing I've heard in years. Yeah, don't care about charity for the disabled. What? Unlike the old nutsack, I do have my body and my cock in perfect working order. Ew. Wouldn't bet on that, Dolly. Just why do you come up with such a crazy idea? I've never had so many customers before. I guess the dark appearance of the cafe and your presence made people think you were part of a themed cafe. It's just that I'm adorable, and they can't help but adore my pretty face. They were looking at me when they came in. The point is, I needed this. I don't care if you say no. It seems you made your choice. Look, maybe I can help you, but tell me, why are you doing this? I already told you that I wanted to kill you, so I can be by your side. Disgusting amounts of money. I want stability before I find love sounds right, but I'm going to say it because every time I think I'm right, I'm wrong. Someday, I want to get married. Don't we all? But while I wait, I want it to be okay. I want to live quietly before I find my special person. That's why I want my business to prosper. I knew that buying the cafe could bring me more debt than profit, but I found a solution, and that is to hire you two to attract customers. You are the ace up my sleeve. Both characters looked at me, holding back their laughter, but it wasn't long before they began to fill the cafe with their annoying laughter again. I sighed, stroking the bridge of my nose again. It was beginning to regret this. I think it's a very nice wish, Rose. Don't worry, we'll make this work no matter what. Thanks, Carrie. You're my homegirl. I love you. At least I can count on her. I don't know if working at a cafe is something I've always dreamed of, but I still want to know about what happened last night. I'll stay and help you. Who knows? Maybe I'll have fun in the process. Don't know if that's a good sign, but I'm going to ignore it. What do you think? I watched Chucky eating his muffin without paying much attention. I'll pass. It sounds like a load of crap. I won't work for minimum wage. Actually, I was planning to pay you just for insulting the customers. Now that's something completely different. I'm interested. Okay, now that everything is settled, you can go. I have several people in mind who can also work here. Come back tomorrow. We can get started right away. See you tomorrow, sweetie. You might want to have more sweets and desserts when I get back. Both figures stood up and walked away talking about something or arguing. I really didn't pay any more attention to them. Are you sure about this? They don't look very trustworthy. You afraid of them? No, not really. I've got my ways of taking care of myself. What about you? Me too, Carrie. Don't worry about me. I'm sure of what I'm doing. Go home, rest. See you tomorrow. Carrie doesn't look convinced. However, she thinks for a few seconds and smiles, finally nodding and taking her things to leave. I, on the other hand, go out with the sun setting on the horizon. There is still daylight, so I should hurry. My experience in town has shown me that it's not safe to stay after dark. The ugliest thing you could do is yawn, and I've been doing it so much. Along the way, I think about the people I've met in the strange city. Freddy and Chucky will do a good job, but they can't do it alone. I have some very curious neighbors, to be honest. Some of them could be useful. Michael looks scary. Maybe it would be a good idea to talk to him about the cafe. I can't think of anyone better. However, Jack, my landlord, worries me more. For some reason, I don't understand. Yet. I'll have to avoid talking to him unless strictly necessary. Sadly, night fell quickly. I entered the building and looked for Michael's apartment. I remember that his sister Lori told me where to look for her. I clear my throat for courage and knock on the door with my knuckles. I wait for someone to come and hear heavy footsteps and the door opens. Michael's enormous figure stands in front of me, his intimidating pose, the arms crossed. He seems to be waiting for me to say something. Oh, howdy, neighbor. I struggle to speak for a moment. His gaze buries into me like knives. What an intimidating presence. I came here because, well, I'm looking for people with special profile for my cafe. Striking profile. Shit, I don't even know what I'm saying. It doesn't move an inch. Does this guy even breathe? Well, only if you're interested. I need staff. Staff? Are you offering my brother a job? I'm starting to regret it, and I think I'm annoying them. His sister has a similar presence to him. What an intimidating pair. It's just an idea. I don't want to be invasive. Are you kidding? That's great news. Do you know how hard it is for him to get a job? Michael is a great handyman. He will help you with whatever you need. I haven't said yes yet. I'm amazed when I hear him speak. He does it so little that I forget he can do it. Are you serious? You gotta stop working for Mr. Torrance. How much is the pay? I tell him the details of the schedule, pay and duties. Michael seems more interested now that he's informed. That sounds like a good deal. Come on, Michael. She'll pay you more than Mr. Torrance in 2 weeks. Fine. Great. Oh, it's your first serious job. Amazing. Thank you so much, Rose. Thank you. Come to this address tomorrow morning, please. I give the information to both of them, and I say goodbye. Michael was the first to go back to his house. Dang it. I hope he's not in a bad mood tomorrow because of Lori's presence. Whatever. I can't waste any more time. I focus on the next one. I hope to find him there, so I head into town. I'm on my way to the supermarket. It's still relatively early, so there are people around. I start looking around, but I don't see the guy from before. I walk a little further, but quickly notice the nearby houses across the street. There's the guy from before, the one who spoke sign language. I see him sitting alone reading something, so I approach him carefully. Hey. Great introduction. It seems like I drank booze before speaking. I notice him look up and focus on me. Unlike Michael, he's just big, but not intimidating. At least I don't feel like he's piercing my soul with his stare. I don't know if you remember me. I'm the person from last time. I shared my chocolate with you. He makes a gesture with his hand, gesturing until he forms the phrase, "Yes, of course, I remember you," in sign language. Thanks to the prison classes for saving me once again. Oh, excellent. I own the cafe 2 blocks from here. I'm looking for people to work with. I think you're pretty interesting, and your appearance fits what we're looking for. It's a horror-themed cafe, so to speak. He looks at himself. He seems a little confused. No, I don't mean any harm. It's a good thing. I need people like you. Do you have any skills? He gestures again. I'm good at making coffee, which is a curious coincidence. He doesn't seem offended. In fact, I think he might be interested. So I continue explaining. Well, I didn't expect that, but it's a nice surprise. Look, this is the job information. Come tomorrow as a trial day. He glances at the paper, then looks at me. He moves his hands. I'll talk to my mom about it. Okay, I'll take that as a maybe. What's your name? He signs again. I'm Jason Voorhees. Jason. Okay, well, I hope we'll see you tomorrow at the cafe. You're more than welcome. I say goodbye to the big guy. He looks a bit surprised. He kept looking at the paper and then at me. I have only one person left, and I don't know where he could be. Maybe in the last place I saw him? He's probably in that alley. That reminds me clearly of the way I met him. Okay, maybe it's not a good idea to do that. The guy cornered me with weird questions. But it's not like I have any other options, so I head back home with the intention of stopping by that place. I seem to have summoned him by thinking about it, because I quickly find him leaning against a poster on the wall. Almost passed him by in a last-minute change of mind. Oh, great. Leaving so soon? Wait, how would you... Surprised, aren't you? Leaving so soon? What is today? My favorite horror series? Which one is it? I like The Mist. Stephen King, classic. But no, I saw what you were doing. It's kind of dangerous to have so many lunatics in one place, you know? Well, Jason and Michael don't seem... Wait, how do you know that? Have you been following me all day? He pulls out a camera and takes a photo of me. I feel a chill. Something tells me he does this gesture very often, without his photo subject knowing it. All right, I'm out. I walk past him to continue walking. I knew this was an awful idea. Oh, come on. Aren't you going to ask me if I want to work at your cafe? Sorry, I don't like stalkers. He's not willing to let me go so easily. I just like the thumbs up. I like that that's his like go-to. He's not willing to let me go so easily, apparently. He starts following me, walking beside me. Come on, I could help you. I know how to handle advertisements. Believe me, I'm great at getting attention. Sorry, I'm giving them all the same voice, and I realize that. I'm sorry. No, really, I have noticed you all day. Thanks. Not a compliment. You want to work with me just to harass me more? He makes a maybe gesture with his hands. Shameless. Forget it. I don't even know your name. I'm Ghostface. That's not a name. It's a nickname. It is my name. There's no other. I'm not gonna put that in a contract. Oh, is that what you need? Well, call me Billy Macer. Meacher? Yeah. I actually don't know how to say his last name. It's fine. Is that your real name or a fake one? Look, I'll be honest with you. It's not, but I'm serious when they say my name is really Ghostface. Listen carefully. Do you want to work for me? Well, you're not going to harass me anymore. I need someone focused on the job, not obsessing over random people they just met. He crosses his arms, looks from side to side. For a few minutes, he seems to think seriously about it. Finally, he reaches out his hand to seal the deal. Deal. I glance at him briefly. debating whether to accept or not. But it's true. I really need someone in charge of social media. I also extend my hand and shake his. All right, come early tomorrow morning. Great. I'll see you there, Rose. He makes excited gestures and says goodbye, but not before giving me an evasive slap on the back of my head. I let out a surprised gasp and go shout at him, but he's already moved away. I'm left with the insult on the tip of my tongue and fist in the air, as if I were fighting against the breeze. I just I will definitely regret this. As soon as he shows his mask on the cafe, he'll hear me out, dumbass. I continue on my way home. I think those 5 will be more than enough. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. It doesn't look like a master plan to raise money, especially with such eccentric people. Freddy explicitly said he couldn't kill me in my dreams. Chucky's just annoying. I don't know anything about Michael or Jason, but something tells me that the 2 of them aren't exactly ordinary men. They have a strange aura. And Ghostface, that slime bastard. Maybe it's not much of a problem for me, but maybe I should have thought about Carrie. Well, she seemed calm in the presence of those 2. She told me she could take care of herself, but I'll be keeping an eye on her anyway. I ended up arriving at my apartment with my head still full of thoughts. I barely even realized I'm here already. I sigh, a little tired. It's already late. Sorry, I keep thinking about him slapping him in the back of the head. It's so stupid. I think his name was Ash. But if it is my favorite barista. Oh, it's you. Do you live here? No, I noticed the guy at your cafe and the others you were talking to throughout the day. Also stalking me. This is starting to become a recurring gag. Short answer, yes. Long answer, I noticed you were looking for them on purpose and I want to take care of you. I said I didn't want to lose my favorite barista. That's why I gave you the talisman. The what? Oh, right. The gross finger. Yeah, the finger that's super gross. That's not in my possession at all. Yeah, it's a saint's finger. Don't know which one, but the important thing is that it protects you from evil entities. Evil entities like Freddy? Yes, the dream demon is dangerous, but that will suffice for now. Wait, is that why you couldn't kill me last night in my dream? Yeah, exactly. You're starting to get it. Wow. Well, I wouldn't believe you if it weren't for everything I've seen today. Have you noticed the strange things that happen around here? I came to investigate to find out why so much evil has gathered in this place. And truth be told, you helped me a lot by doing this. Doing what? Putting some freaks to work for minimum wage? No, more than that. They'll be busy, and with your talisman, they'll do what you say in a certain way. They won't know it, but you'll be able to have your way with them. That's pretty hot. Just kidding. If I were to date a scary movie guy, I'd probably be Ghostface. Probably. I don't know though. You won't tame them like circus beasts and force them. Wait, what? And force them to do what you tell them, but you can convince them, like you're their friend or something. Maybe in a dating sim for horror people. Who knows? Like you have a bonus on charisma, so to speak. So just like Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, amazing, right? This is too nerdy to be real, but I don't see what's wrong with them, apart from Freddy, of course. Oh, you don't know? You don't know it, but they are evil beings. At least all of them except your neighbor. He was only the vessel for one. And most importantly, they are murderers to a greater or lesser extent. I'm surprised by what he's saying, but to be honest, a part of me that isn't shocked because, well, I guess I expected it. But now, I understand why I felt something was wrong. So you want me to keep an eye on a bunch of assassins? Don't worry. It's more about keeping them entertained. They are a bit old and honestly desperate to experience something new. But don't worry. If they try something, my team and I will help you. Your team? Yeah, some brats who helped me a while back with your friends Jason and Freddy. The point is, I need you to be at the cafe. It'll help me investigate what's going on. Maybe even stop more people from being killed. And who knows, maybe you'll even help them. Well, that's a strange request, but if I can help you, and at the same time, if it's good for my cafe, it's a deal. Great. Keep my number if you need help with anything. Don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks for caring. I find it a bit hard to thank him because I'm usually the one who has to look out for others. But it's nice that, for once in my life, someone has my back. Even if the reason is because I serve them coffee they like. Don't worry, Rose. It's my duty. What a weird thing to tell somebody. He left with a smile. Sorry, I'm getting snotty. I felt like I was in a movie. There was a part of me that wanted to get rid of this. It's too much pressure. I came to this place precisely with the intention of not getting into any more trouble. But there was something inside my head that told me that I can do something important, something good, something worth taking on so much responsibility for. I let out a sigh. I feel exhaustion all of a sudden. So I go up to my apartment to finally sleep. It's been such a weird day. Woo! Okay, we did it. Y'all proud? Give yourselves a smack in the back of the head. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. We will continue this next week. Let me know what you think down below. If you get this far, thank you very much. And just remember, if you start a cafe, maybe don't hire people you just randomly run into. Could be bad for business, but we'll find out next time. All right, love you guys. Bye.